This one is the Shiitake. Give it a little twirl. See how beautiful that is as it dances around in the jar, just waiting. So full of potential. That's one of the beautiful things about it. This jar represents more than just mushrooms or liquid culture. It's potential. Yeah. Now we have my favorite, personal favorite, turkey tail. See, it's growing pretty well in there. This jar is pretty cloudy, but it's not an issue. It's just the most cloudy jar I've had so far. And, of course, last but not least, everybody's favorite nootropic, lion's mane. This one's growing pretty slow, but it's really healthy, and that's the most important part. Just one giant clump of lion. One giant clump of potential. So, each one of these jars, I'm going to take 1 cc out. I don't want to take much out of the jar because I'm still waiting for them to colonate, but just taking a cc, as long as I'm careful and sanitary about it, it should not be a problem. Fingers crossed. So, let's check on the corn. I got my 4 green bags. I could probably fit 2 in each pressure cooker. I'll take them about 2.5 hours for them to sterilize. And I have a sheet, I guess you could call it, of these self-injecting, I wish, self-healing injection ports. And I'll stick them around about right here so that I can inoculate it. And then after I'm done with this bag and I'm ready to recycle the substrate, and which all I do is just dump it in my garden, but I can just take that injection port off. You know, it's not like because I put the injection port on this bag, that means, you know, you got to throw the baby out with the bathwater. You can reuse injection ports. They're self-healing, not self-injecting, not yet. I want to be careful with these because if one rips open, well, got to start over. Everything looks good. It's been cold enough that I've just been leaving these jars in the mushroom farm right over here, like enclosed. You know, not just out in the open in the under this canopy, because I imagine if they freeze, it could potentially break the jar, and it almost certainly would kill the mycelium in it. I don't know that for a fact, but I don't want to run the experiment. I have no reason to run the experiment. I can just put them inside somewhere. These are the kinds of jars I'm going to make the grain jars with. I modified the lids myself. North Store, whenever you order things like this from them, they come in pre-modified. But before I started using any of their products, I would just do it myself. The microspore patches and the self-healing injection ports, they are not expensive. Like, there's nothing about this hobby, or even the business per se, that's expensive. It just takes a lot of patience.